In this video, you can change your life right now with 4 things that great leaders do to figure out their goals and to stick to them. So get ready to change your life right now with 4 things that great leaders do to figure out their goals and to stick to them. Pay special attention to number 3, which is all about creating massive action by being honest with yourself. Ready to move forward? If so, let's flow. Before we dive in, please hit that like button, click that subscribe, and ring that bell. We really do appreciate the support. Plus, that subscribe button loves to get clicked on. Welcome to this Dancing in Life podcast and to my 30-day challenge. I'm Saje here with you on Monarch Monday, and I welcome you to this continuing 30-day challenge. For the past 2 weeks, we've been focusing on the steps that you can take to become a better you. I've been sharing stories of how everyday heroes dance with life to make the world a better place, and how you can find new hope after trials and tribulations. For many people, last year was difficult, to say the least, because it was so hard to plan for the future. The pandemic unsettled people's work, vacation, school, even home lives. The economic situation turned everything upside down for a lot of us. And at times, we may feel lost if we don't have a sense of what we need to do in the near term or in the long term. This week, we're going to look together at planning for and taking care of yourself and reaching your goal. And as I've done in other podcasts during this 30-day challenge, I'll be sharing stories of hope and change with you, and then providing you with the quick daily action that will help shift your mood and give you a new perspective. Over the course of this and upcoming weeks, we'll be setting you up for a better year, a better you, and a better world. As I mentioned, find a buddy, a virtual workout buddy that you can do this challenge with. It'll be so much more fun for you to share with someone, and it'll help keep you motivated. The big idea here is that when you have your goal set for how you want to change this and become aware of your why, you can figure out a plan for staying on course. I'm going to share with you a story. It was a time in my life when I thought I had come such a long way of self-discovery from a divorce, from a 15-year relationship that left me feeling broken and hopeless. And it was then when I stumbled and came across Tony Robbins. As I shared in other podcasts, I joined the Tony Robbins Platinum Partnership and traveled the world learning from him and really going in depth to learn how to impact the human condition. There was one event that I'll never forget. It was my first date with destiny. Now, the problem was that I was having these incredible breakthroughs, but I still didn't know what my destiny was. I didn't know what it all was leading up to. And the problem was that I had within was I felt like I was seeing a new world and learning different parts of it. But what did that really mean in the scope of my life? I believe that when people discover their purpose in life, they can live an even more fulfilling life. And when you break through the limits of anything that's holding you back, you can learn more about yourself and other people as well. The event Date with Destiny, it was so incredible. I absolutely loved it. And I was having breakthroughs left and right. And the stakes, they were so high because it was building into something special. I'm usually in the front just dancing and sharing energy and flow with everyone. And I'd be present to the energies around me and how other people were breaking through their own limiting beliefs. Look, Tony Robbins is such an incredible, beautiful soul whom I respect and honor as one of the greatest leaders and teachers I've had the privilege to learn from. plan was simple. I was there to really learn about myself and to break through anything that was holding me back. And for 6 days and nights, often past midnight, and we dive deep into the work of human transformation. And there was this moment that I'll never forget, this moment for the rest of my life, because it was the moment I discovered my purpose. I was in the front and I was just giving so much energy, and I was having a massive breakthrough, breaking free of a limiting belief, something that I had carried with me almost my entire life, since I was about 5 years old. And there was that moment when I was just full of emotion and energy, and I turned around and I saw 5,000 people pouring their hearts out, and I saw it. It was a glimpse. In that moment, everything slowed down, and I saw into my destiny. What my purpose is to empower you and empower people to break through of their limits, to overcome the dark night of the soul, to live their life with more joy, more purpose, more passion. It was at that event that I decided to become a platinum partner, to learn from one of the best on how to dedicate myself, to learn from someone who spent over 43 years of his life serving. And since then, now I know it's my destiny to co-create intellectual property that transforms the human condition with love, light, and energy. To teach at least 10,000 influencers the belief system so they become saviors who have the freedom to share, measurably influence, and co-elevate at least 33,000 people. To inspire at least 1 billion breakthroughs by August 18, 2028, 8:18 p.m. That is my purpose. And I started training and training. I started reading. I started expanding my knowledge. I started learning how to listen more. I started learning how to speak to the listening of people. I started learning at how to learn to teach and teach to learn. And I believe that everyone who discovers their purpose in life, they can live an even more fulfilling life. Because where your purpose is where that passion is. As I discover mine, and it is to serve you. And I welcome you to join the Flow Army and join this journey. Goal setting is essential in the planning process for long-term success. Without goals, we can only guess at it. We can set goals for anything, for our health, our careers, our relationships, our side hustles, the fitness, our sleep, or being a better human. Here are some questions that might help you out with what you want for the upcoming year. If you're saying, Flo, I don't know what I want. Well, here are some questions that may help you with that, to help you understand what intentionality and what priorities you want to set. What is your larger purpose in achieving the goal that you want? What priority is this goal in your life? What are the other demands, including work, relationships, family, side projects that will compete for your time and your attention? What are the incentives that you've created to reward yourself, to celebrate the journey, the milestone, from along the way to the end? Short-term and long-term goals, and incentives and rewards. Listen closely. Short-term and long-term incentive and rewards help us to move forward. And what about asking yourself, what are things that are non-negotiable to you? No matter what the circumstance, create a default way of making decisions to help you overcome obstacles, to get the work done. Because this helps you to avoid moments when you're likely to lose steam, because you don't feel like working out at that time or doing what you know will ultimately help you achieve your goal. These questions apply to whether you're pushing towards losing weight, you're pushing towards learning a new language or making a better attempt to stay connected with friends. Then you chop it up and you break those larger goals into smaller ones in order to move one step at a time. There are 3 steps to every goal. 1 is overall. 2 is the medium. And 3, the short term. Your overall goal is likely what you picture in your head. For example, you may want to run the Chicago Marathon in under 3.5 hours next October. But what about every day between now and then? How many days in a week will you run? How fast? With whom? Where? When? You see, these questions make up the mid and short term goals that will help you ultimately achieve that overarching goal. And these middle goals might be what you accomplish in 30 days, like what you're doing right now. The short-term ones may be what you're doing every day, or say what you do in an hour. You see, the human element to goal setting is where feelings can come into the picture. We tend to tell ourselves the story that we want to hear, give ourselves credit where maybe it's not due to us. We tend to tell ourselves the story that we want to hear. Maybe give ourselves credit where it may not yet be due, and lack the objective oversight to stay on track. The following tips will help you to avoid these common pitfalls. Be specific. Choose a specific goal. For example, if you're planning to run a marathon, figure out what your daily or weekly goals are. Be aware of how you're structuring your day to do this. Getting up early, making sure to do it at a certain point during the day. Create ways to be external and internal reminders of what you want to achieve. The most important conversation that you have, one of the most important, is having the conversation that you have with yourself. At times, there can be a conversation where 2 parts of you wants different things. How about committing to a predetermined check-in with yourself and with a coach, mentor, or accountability partner? They should be objective as opposed to you, since you're more likely to be subjective. Remember, the process of achieving your goal is where the growth happens. Achieving your goal is simply the celebration of all your hard work. The journey provides the moments that you'll remember forever. It provides the experience that you will draw upon when you choose another goal. Growth and goals, they make up such a huge part of life because they give you direction. The only limits are the ones that you may set on yourself. So let me suggest another way to look at it that will maybe give you a perspective and a distinction of perhaps what your one may be. Ask yourself these 3 questions and take out a journal and write them down. Write down the answers. Step 1. Question 1. What am I curious about? What am I curious about? What has been exciting to me lately? What keeps me up? What kinds of community, national, international issues do I want to work on solving or contributing? What gets me out of bed? If I jump up out of bed to be excited to do something every morning, what would that be? How much progress could I be making every day with direction? A catch-all question might be, what is my biggest weaknesses that, if turned into a strength, would drastically improve my life? These are great questions to consider throughout the year. And if you start now, you'll have momentum to go through the year. Now it's time for our flow action of the day. I'm going to show you this action to get you moving forward more in your life now. Today's action is called Hair Flip to Success. Step 1, write down on your journal an outcome for the end of this 30 days. Write down an outcome. Like, I am going to lose 10 pounds. I'm going to learn how to sing this song. I'm going to be able to run for a mile. I'm going to be able to dance for 3 minutes. Whatever it is that you want to set for your outcome in this 30 days, write it down. Step 2. In this part, I want to anchor in. When you're doing something that takes a step, I want you to flip your hair like a boss. I want you to flip your hair like a boss and proclaim it, because you celebrate it in your body, okay? So, say for example, you wanna run a mile, okay? And you can only run, 100 steps right now, right? Just as an example, so you can visually see. After you run that 100 steps, I want you to flip your hair back like a boss and proclaim, I just did 100 steps. Yes! And celebrate it and record it and share it with a friend as step 3. Okay? So once again, you can flip your hair like a boss and proclaim your awesome sauce. That rhymes. So step 3 is to record it and share it and tag a friend. Because again, the more accountable that we can hold each other, the more likely, more stronger, more energy that we have to achieve our goals and outcomes together. So you don't have to do it alone. Make sure to comment in this video what your outcome is right now. The hope here is that you have set your goal for how you want to change this year, starting with this 30 days. And you're figuring out a plan from getting from there and staying on course and having direction. Thanks so much for being with me on Dancing Life and this 30-day challenge. I'm Saje, and I look forward to spending time with you tomorrow for Warrior Tuesday, when we look together at breaking your goals down into actionable steps to help you stay on course together. And if you like what you find in this series, you'll definitely want to check out my 7-day challenge, which is free and available in the description below that you can check out now. Hey Flow Army, together we can inspire 1 billion breakthroughs, starting with you. Until then, flow on. Bum bum bum. Let me hit.